So you may have heard the market is changing. Today, I'm going to give you my top 5 tips for sellers in a market that is shifting. Hey there, welcome back. I'm so glad you're here. I am Jennie Hendricks, and today I want to talk about how sellers can still accomplish what you want to accomplish in a market that is shifting away from where it was just a few months ago or a year ago. So we're going to talk about the top 5 things that you need to know when you are selling a home in the market that we are in right now. Number 1, hire a knowledgeable local realtor. This is really important to have somebody who can help you through this process, has really good understanding of the local market, give you good advice regarding market positioning. Look for someone who has a track record of successful sales in different market conditions. Look for someone who is able to really aggressively market your home. You want to be on all of the platforms. You want to be in any MLS, of course, that is covered in your local market. The real estate industry attracts a lot of folks when the market is hot. Find a realtor that has been through several different markets and can calmly guide you to a successful sale in the market that we are in that is changing a little bit. Tip number 2, price your home correctly right out of the gate, okay? In a changing market, I sometimes see sellers that chase the market down. So they'll start at one price and then they'll do price reductions, but they're kind of chasing the market. It's far more effective to come right out of the gate with your new listing priced correctly. It's going to have a much better impact when it hits the market, and you'll get a lot better results. When you're looking at your comps to determine your market position, it's really important in a market that is shifting to give more weight to the most recently sold comps. So don't go back a year. In fact, if you can keep it inside of like 3 months, that's best. Just depends on your local market and if there are enough comps that can give you a good idea of where you need to be in the market. Speaking of comps, know your competition, okay? Be realistic and be very honest with yourself about how your property stacks up to other similar properties in the market. Are other properties updated? Is your landscaping better? You see what I mean? Make sure that you have a really good understanding of the other homes that are in your same price range, that are in your same market, so you know exactly how a buyer is going to see those different properties. Tip number 3, we've talked about staging before. Staging becomes even more important in a shifting market where there is more market competition for your property. Pay attention to your curb appeal. Does your front door need a new coat of paint? Does your landscaping need to be spruced up? Is there a soffit that needs to be tacked back up? All of these little things are going to have a big impact when the buyer pulls up and starts looking at the property. On the inside, we've talked about this before too, the biggest way to stage a home is to declutter, okay? Get rid of any furniture that doesn't need to be there, knickknacks, personal photos, and so forth. You want to create a space where the buyer can go in and imagine themselves there, not being distracted by your own personal items. Number 4, be prepared to offer an incentive to the buyer. For example, offer to pay some of their closing costs. Offer to buy down their interest rate potentially. Offering a little bit of financial help to the buyer up front can save you from having to do a lot of price reductions because the buyer is going to feel the benefit of that direct financial contribution. And sometimes that's a better way for the buyer to get into your home, into a loan, than just continually dropping the price. So a good realtor will be able to help you navigate through what else is going on in the market, what the competition might be offering, to create the most benefit for the buyer and you as the seller, and put a really great deal together where everybody feels like they are getting what they want out of the deal. Okay, tip number 5, you need to be a little more flexible in negotiating your sale. Okay, so this is where another spot where a really good realtor can help you navigate that negotiation process. So if the buyer asks for some repairs, if the buyer makes an offer that is lower than your list price, if a buyer needs a shorter escrow period or a longer escrow period, all of these things that come up when you are negotiating a real estate transaction, don't lose a sale over a few $1,000s or a few days. Really come to the table when those negotiations are happening and make sure that you have the ability, have the willingness to be a little flexible so you can get a really good deal done for you and the buyer. Thanks for sticking with me today. We are in a really interesting market. If you have questions, please reach out. Someone on my team will be able to help you. It is an interesting time and people need to buy and sell in any market conditions. So there's always going to be folks out there who need to buy. There's always going to be folks out there who need to sell. And our job is to get you guys together. I am Jennie Hendricks. We'll see you soon.